breaking up my happy home. Face. But I'm the king, be around, hey, God, and I'll do all the stinging in this place. Oh, slipping who? Who's slipping who? Who's slipping who? Oh, tell me who's slipping who out the back door? Who's doing what? Something is wrong. Who's slipping who out the back door? Who's breaking up my happy home? Slipping who? Slipping who? Slipping who? Oh, tell me, slipping who?
Been into all kinds of worlds, that is filled of all kinds of girls. Played his games from Boston, Mass to LA. He left his mark in every town, left broken hearts and lost and found. Didn't love him, and then he's away. Well, I watched her change his style from a playboy to a child. Look at loving like new toys, playing house like girls and boys. And that's love calling. There ain't no way that you can fake it. Well, that's love calling. Ain't no way you can escape it. Well, that's love calling. There ain't no way you can get by. Well, that's love calling. You might as well give love a try. Now she and them, they never last. Running out 'cause she's too fast. Broken homes and empty pockets in her wake. She got a lot of grief, you see. Only care that she was free, pretending love, but it was a genuine fake. Yeah, well, I watched him change her ways. She was totally amazed how he loved her with such ease. Looked her like a summer breeze. And that's love calling. Ain't no way that you can fake it. Well, that's love calling. There ain't no way you can escape it. Well, that's love calling. There ain't no way you can get by. Well, that's love calling. You might as well give love a try. Don't you hear my love calling you? Don't you hear my love calling you? Don't you hear my love calling you? You. Don't you hear my love calling you? Don't you hear my love calling you? Don't you hear my love calling you? You. Now the two of them are one on the third planet from the sun. You know they're happy with what they've got, and they say they've got to lie. And that's love calling. Ain't no way that you can fake it. Yeah, that's love calling. Ain't no way you can escape it. Yeah, that's love calling. Ain't no way you can get by. Yeah, that's love calling. You might as well give love a try. Hey, that's love calling. Ain't no way that you can fake it. Yeah, that's love calling. Ain't no way you can escape it. Oh, that's love calling. Ain't no way you can get by. Oh, that's love calling. You might as well give love a try.
Jesse James and Frank James, Billy Kid, all the rest. Supposed to be some bad cats out there in the West. But when they dug me and my gangster ways, they hung up their guns and made it to the grave. 'Cause I'm a gangster of love. Yes, 'cause I'm a gangster of love. When I walk down the street, all the chicks that I meet say he's a cool gangster of love. I robbed the beauty contest of the first place winner. Found out in Hollywood with me, eating a big steak dinner. Try to get her to go back to pick up her prize. She stood up and said, "You just don't realize that I'm a gangster of love. Yes, I'm a gangster of love." When I walk in a bar, girls from near and far say he's a gangster of love. Jump in my white horse Cadillac, cross the borderline, rope 65 girls, make them all the same time. Took 25 or 30, put them all on a freight, a reward for me in each and every state. Chef said, "You've man read," in a very deep voice. "Yes, sir, brother sheriff, and that's your wife on the back of my horse, 'cause I'm a gangster of love. Yes, I'm a gangster of love." When I walk down the street, all the girls that I meet say he's a cool gangster of love.
So fine, I wish she were mine. That little girl over there, one with the lovely hair. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna make her mine. If it takes me forever, it's just a matter of time. She's a soft-spoken girl, also seems kind of shy. Makes me wonder why. Shouldn't even give her a try. But then again, she can't shine. She can't shine away forever. And I'm gonna make her mine. If it takes me forever. She's so fine. Got to make her mine. Sooner or later. I hope it's not later. Got to get together. The sooner the better. Just can't wait. I just can't wait to be held in her arms. If I were a king, ask me to be my queen. I'd do anything that she has, anything just to make her my own. Well, she's so fine, she's so fine, so fine, oh yeah, she's so fine, so fine, so fine, so fine.
you bounce? Then bounce on this.
Hello everybody. How y'all doing today? Yes, sir. What's going on? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Keyse Review. How you guys doing? Hope everybody is doing well. I've been busy, and we know if you guys been reading all my social posts, my computer been down, and not only that, I had to get a new Surface Duo because that went down. It's been a very rough week for tech. I just had to buy some stuff for the car because that stuff was acting up. So yeah, my pocket's been getting hit this past month or so, but I've been working hard on getting everything back together and making everything better. The workstation, my Neo, what happened was the wind had knocked out our power about 4 weeks ago, I believe, and it knocked it out a total of 6 or 7 times, leading to my computer being destroyed, basically. So had to order pretty much a whole new computer. So I got a new processor, I got a new motherboard. What else I get? New power supply. I had to get new RAM. So a lot of that stuff is all brand new. I rebuilt the computer. We're on it. Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty good. If you guys can hear me, let me know. But yeah, we ready to rock it, man. So the computer is not the only thing I got that's new. I also got a new camera that I'm on. So I got a new Sony camcorder for you guys, so you guys should be able to see me a lot better. And it's got a little screen right there I can see, so I can, kind of look at you guys in the camera a little bit better. I also got my new Rodecaster. No, I'm sorry, my new Rhodes Procaster microphone right here, and I made some custom cable right here. So how you guys like that? You guys like that pretty good? Like, hand claps to that. So. And let's see, we got some text over here. Michelle says, hello, welcome back. Thank you very much. Welcome back to you guys, too. Thanks for supporting me. Kevin says, upgrades. Yes, a lot of upgrades. Because in order to get the camcorder working, I had to get a capture card. So I got a Blackmagic Intensity 4K capture card on there. I actually moved my interface to closer to me right here in the center so I can control everything a lot easier because it was on my side rack right here, but I moved a couple of things and I put it right here, right below my preamp, which I got the microphone hooked to the preamp now. So yeah, man, it's awesome. I really hope everything is gonna work good. I hope you guys like the refresh page, like the refresh graphics over here. As you see, I've did a lot of work on the back end. I did a lot of work on the slides, the graphics, everything. That's why today's going to be a little bit of a shorter slow than my normal hour and 30 hour and 40 minute showing. Usually it says like 2 hours because we're playing music 20 minutes before and almost 20 minutes after the show. But usually the show is about an hour, 30 hour, 40 minutes altogether. But yeah, as you guys can see, right down, I revamped the whole ticker. I really like this new ticker. Like, it just looks so nice. I spent a good amount of time right there. We also got a secondary ticker. So if you guys look up here, actually, this thing changes. So this usually tells my social media channels, and I'll put a couple of like I got Valentine's Day up there, I think. I also got the date over here. So I got the date right there now. And this will change a lot of times. So I got Black History Month because we are in Black History Month right now. So, you'll see that change from time to time as well. But I've did a lot of back end stuff to the Keyse review, and I put in a lot of work, a lot of hours. Last night I was still putting in hours, went to sleep, woke up, and then did what I can on the show. So I can say it's welcome back to the Keyse review. Also, shout out to all my Patreon. So hand clap to my Patreon, because if it wasn't for you guys' contributions, some of this stuff for the computer I already even got, especially right after Christmas and stuff like that. So had to spend all my PlayStation 5 money too as well. But Patreons, you guys really help with your contributions to the show. So hand clap to the Patreons. I really do appreciate you guys helping me out. So how about we get to the show? Are you guys ready?
What?
Are you guys ready?
What?
Let's go!
Yeah!
All right, so let's go ahead, try out these new slides and everything like that. So you see we got revamped graphics even on these. So let's go ahead, go to the next thing. And we have, let me go to my notes. Oh, before we start that, so we have a few things. So our topic's going to be Apple versus Intel. So Intel's been throwing some pop shots at Intel. Intel been throwing some pop shots at Apple. So we see some of that. We'll also go over a good amount actually over the CEO changes of Intel and why that matters. We go over a little bit over the Sony's TV lineup for 2021. We got video Ratchet and Clank. We finally got a release date for that, guys. And we also got, we talk a little bit about Sony selling the PlayStation 5 at a loss, as well as PlayStation 5 outselling the new Xbox Series consoles 2-1, and then chip shortages from the games consoles and the graphics cards. So let's get into it. So let's go. And what's going on? Right, aren't we going? Right to my thing in next. And the slide. So okay, hold on. Let's go next. Why is that on the end of the slideshow? Give me a minute. Oh, because it's the last slide. So let's go here. I want to start from the top. And let's go there. And let's make sure you guys are seeing this. So let me change this real quick. PowerPoint screen. Let's go full screen on that guy. There we go. All right. Let's get started, guys. So Apple versus Intel. So as you guys know, for those of you that have been following the news a lot, is that Apple has decided to make their own chips, and their own chips are based off the ARM architecture. So Intel, on the other hand, has been pretty much just threw away to the wasteland by Apple. So now Apple has been going on a rampage saying, oh, we got the best battery life, we got the most powerful processors, blah, 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 right? Intel's not taking too kindly of that right now, and they've been ripping a tear on social media. So here's some of the stuff that they're saying. So here's one of the slides, one of the treats that Intel has sent out. So if you read, only a PC can power scientists and gamers alike. Go PC. That gets a... Oh, wrong one, sorry. Is that one? There we go. So, oh, by the way, I revamped my my sound box too. So you might hear some
yes, sir,
in there too. So we added some more sounds too. So we're working on it. But anyway, that's interesting because if you guys remember the Mac versus PC debate and all this crap, and Apple used to do all these commercials, how Mac was so much better than a PC and this and that, blah, blah, blah. So now if you read into the graphics, so if you go down over here and you see how the graphics over here, if you can power a rocket launch and launch Rocket League, you're not on a Mac. Go PC. Now, for those of you that know, Rocket League is a game. It's on pretty much all the major systems, PlayStation, Xbox. I think it's on the Switch now. I think you can do it on PC, etc. The Mac, the new Macs with the M1 chips, cannot play Rocket League. So, when you think about that, like, yeah, these cards, these chips is a lot more powerful, but then you can't play a game like Rocket League. That kind of cuts off the gamers. Gaming right now, guys, is one of the biggest segments in the world. I think gaming is becoming bigger than movies even right now, especially while we're at home during this pandemic and everything like that. So we'll go over to the next one. This one says only PC can offer tablet modes, touchscreen, and stylus capabilities in a single device. Go PC. And then right here on the graphics, you see if you can flip through Photoshop thumbnails with your actual thumbnail, you're not on a PC. Go Mac. So pop sauce taken, guys, pop sauce. So basically what they're referring to, and from what I heard, Intel has been trying to get Apple to go to a touchscreen device for ages. Now they kind of went to a semi-touch touch device, but what happened was they made the little touch bar on the Macs. So if you know the MacBook Pros, they did the little touch bar thingy, which is a little bit too late. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got like my Surface that I'm running right here, and also my Android Galaxy Tab, fully touchscreen. My Intel has been egging Apple. Let's go. Let's do a full touchscreen device. Let's do something innovative. Apple did not want to hear it. So, in theory, since Apple was having their own thing going on, they was like, screw you guys. We're going to do this. Okay, fair enough. But you have to realize that even though Apple, you can do this process and stuff like that, it's nothing without the software. And you have a lot of vendors going for it, but then you have a lot of stuff that you have to wait for. And then we considering that we still got to wait for the new iMac to be powered by the M1 processor, or the M2 or M3, whatever they're going to have. The new Mac Pro, the big workstation. How is that going to work? How's it going to work with Pro Tools, Persona Studio One? Of course, we got Logic that's going to be already compatible. We got the video editing software, Final Cut Pro is going to be compatible, but how is it going to work with all the software that people uses? And what about games? If we don't have the majority of the games back there, which, I mean, to be honest with you, Apple's never really big on gaming. They're trying to do something with the gaming space, but not hugely. I mean, you have to get these things working before you start selling to people. Because if you're going to start asking people, hey, I want you to spend anywhere between $1,000, or what does the Mac Mini starts off at $500, I think. So if I'm asking people to spend anywhere between $500 to $10,000 worth of dollars of their money to invest in these products, you got to have it compatible with everything. So now, I'm not saying that Apple did a bad move. I think it was actually a good move that they moved to the M1 chips, but at the same time, you got to make sure everything's compatible. And this is what Intel is basically throwing at them, is that, hey, their systems cannot do this. Their systems, okay, you get the 20-hour battery life, which to me is phenomenal. Like, I can't lie, that's pretty good. But you can't just go out and be like, hey, this is what we offer, but then you don't have no software. It's almost like Xbox, for instance, like say, hey, we got this great system with no games. But it's like, I don't know what's going to become of this, but we also got to know that Intel's Tiger Lake's trickling out right now. And not only that, we had a few things coming out from PC World, basically. So I put it right here that Intel actually claims that Tiger Lake is 30% faster than Apple's ARM-based M1 processors, which means that their new chips, which is the CPU and the GPU combined in the package, and using a lot of their like new technology like EIMB, which is their interconnect protocol between layers and stuff like that, and then their Forever's packaging and stuff like that, with their new Xe graphics processor, which has been getting, by the way, rave reviews. Like, you really got to think about, okay, Intel's not sitting down taking this, and they've been playing this for a while, and they got talent like Roger Kurdui, and they got other talent coming, which we'll get to in a second. But they're not just sitting down doing a bunch of nothing. So here's what the tweet that we got from Mark Hatchman, which is from PCWorld.com. So he pretty much says that, where's that slide? Did I put it on here? No, I got to read it off here because I didn't put it on my notes. So it says, I have a new Microsoft Surface Pro 7 Plus in-house for testing, and man, is it fast. It's due to the Ice Lake Tiger chip transitioning, but the Xe GPU upgrade is terrific. Our review isn't done, but we released a few performance results to give you a taste. Bro, you guys know I'm going to be in the market for a new Surface Pro this year. That Tiger Lake that I've been hearing, and we don't even have a lot of it out. I think there's only like a couple of laptops out right now. The Pro 7 just got released, literally, I think maybe, if it's even really officially released this week. For people to get on and say, hey, this thing is a real deal, Apple may not want to get too cocky right now, because you want to make sure that your competition can't just overtake you after you've been talking a lot ahead. So we're going to see this whole saga between Apple versus Intel unfold, and we definitely can't wait to see what else happens in that. I'm really down to see what this Tiger Lake stuff can do. They come out with the Surface 7 Pro, the Surface Pro 7 Plus. I'm sorry. I know it's for business people and stuff like that. I'm not sure if it's going to be released to the greater public or if you need like a certain license to get it, but we'll see, man, because I'm definitely interested, and I'm glad, I hesitated on getting a new Surface because that Pro 7 is going to be the truth, man. But anyway, going into more Intel news, we have a few things going on, and from what we missed from last month, we have a CEO change, and this thing I really like, and why is it important to you guys? And so I'm sorry if it's a little boring, but there's a reason why I'm trying to get to all this stuff, which is going to benefit the people greatly. So you see this guy right here, right? Bob Swan. So this is the current CEO of Intel. He's out of here tomorrow. He's done. Finito. Bye-bye. He's going out. He's going to be replaced by this guy, Pat Gelsinger. This guy is a beast. Now, note when Bob Swan came in, he was reluctant to be CEO. He really didn't want to be CEO of Intel, period. He's a money guy. He was the CFO of Intel before they dropped the last guy for, I think, what was he doing? Like something like having an affair with an employee or something. So he basically, became an interim CEO and then CEO, official CEO. He's been CEO for the past 3-4 years of Intel. And as you know, AMD has been stepping up and creating some of the best gaming processors in the world. The gaming processor that is in the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series. All of them are rocking AMD processors, as well as believe the older Nintendo, the Nintendo Wii U. I believe that also has an AMD processor in it. Intel needs to start stepping it back up, and they need the talent to do it. So Intel did get talent. They got Dr. Murthy, which is out, unfortunately, but he was part of ARM development. You have Raja Kaduri, graphic expert duo, all that good stuff. And then you have, of course, Jim Keller, who's not there no more. He actually got hired somewhere else. I forgot where it was. Now I didn't write it down. But he's at a new company now. But at least he helped for the transition for what's going to be coming next year with the chiplet design and everything like that from Intel, and helping making everything a lot more efficient. More efficiency means that you guys have better power management over your processors and more power for your programs. So, while we talked about Apple having 20 hours battery life, we could be getting the same soon from Intel, and that chiplet design is going to help. And this is why I'm kind of going to this, because this guy right here is a beast. This guy was at Intel for over 30 years. He overseen the whole Halem chipset manufacturing, which is Intel's most powerful chip. So if you got a computer that's about a couple years old, you're working off of this guy's design. If it's about 3-4 years old. He helped design that. This is what Mr. Gelsinger is responsible for. The design of the original 486 processor. For your old school nerds, you guys know that's how you guys are. You got multiple generations of the Xeon and Core processor. Again, if you're rocking one of these, he's responsible for that. Help develop USB and Wi-Fi. How many people use USB and Wi-Fi? Every single day, right? Every day. I mean, that resume right there speaks for itself. USB and Wi-Fi especially is a part of our everyday lives. We got it on every smartphone. We got it on every PC. We have it on our pro audio gear. We have it on our tablets. We have it on our musical equipment. We have it on everything. Wi-Fi. Everything that's wireless. Your smart TVs, your PlayStations, your Xboxes, your Nintendos, your tablets, your smartphones, everything. So here's a statement that he had put over here. He said, I'm thrilled to rejoin and lead Intel forward at this important time for the company and our industry and our nation. Having begun my career at Intel and learning the feat of the Groove, Noise, and more, who was the founders of Intel, by the way. It's my privilege to honor and return to leadership capacity. I have tremendous regard for the company's rich history and powerful technologies that have created the world's digital infrastructure. I believe that Intel has significant potential to continue to reshape the future of technology and to look forward and working with the incredible talented global Intel team to accelerate innovation and create value for our customers and shareholders. That's a lot. That's like, bro, he's saying a lot. And he's not a money guy. He makes chips. He's got what was it? I don't want to say bachelor's, but he got a PhD, I believe. Or was it a PhD? I don't think it was a PhD, but he's got a high certificate at a top-end school in Santa Clara. Like the rich folks schools. You know what I'm saying? Guys, Intel is about to be on a rip right now. And I'm not sure if it was too smart for Apple ditching Intel too soon. But, with that, of course, when you get a great figure, somebody that everybody loves, you start getting other talent in there. This guy right in here. So this guy, Glenn Hinton. So you talk about overseeing chips. This guy was actually one that helped make chips. So this guy owns over 80 or 90 patents for chip design from Intel. He actually owns the patents. Like, he holds it. Like, him and himself only. He was responsible for a lot of the Pentiums, a lot of the cores, all that age. And then he left, and then he went to another company before he retired. But he's coming back from retirement. So this is what Mr. Hinton had to say. He said, after enjoying a real retirement for 3 years, I have decided to go back to work at Intel, where I previously worked for 35 years. Notice the experience, by the way, guys, 35 years, 30 years, and notice that. What would entice me to do something like that? I will be working on an exciting high-performance CPU project. Having Pat Gelsinger coming back as CEO also helped me finalize my decision to come back. Like, what more do you have to say? The new incoming CEO, who starts tomorrow, Monday, is already bringing top-end talent. And it mentions, let's go back to that slide, actually. And it mentions, right over here, I will be working on an exciting high-performance CPU project. Having Pat Gelsinger coming back as CEO also helped me finalize my decision to come back. There's a difference, guys, if you're working in the workforce, and I can vouch for this. There's a difference between a boss and a difference between a leader. A boss is basically do this, do that. Not going to help you, right? A leader is going to get talent together and they're going to do stuff right. That's what Mr. Gelsinger is going to start doing. He's going to bring talent. He's got talent. And he's going to bring more talent in. These guys are going to get Intel back on the right track. I cannot wait to see what Intel's going to be doing, guys. Like, I really, really can't wait. I mean, it's going to be awesome, So, that's that for the Intel stuff. And, oh, look, we got Liam. What's up, Liam? Over from the UK. Everybody say what's up to my buddy Liam. Thanks for joining. So, now we're going to go to a little bit of home tech news. We have Sony. And something that I've been waiting for, and I'm glad they're coming out with it. And we're actually going to probably go over more of this stuff next week. Like I said, this is going to be a pretty quick show. But Sony has been working a lot. So we know we got the PlayStation 5 going out to a hot start. They're selling a lot of hotcakes. We can't get one. They have their brand new Sony Series TV out. And they got some new technologies. So I'll play a couple of them for you. And let's go ahead and go to that slide right now.
When we see and hear all the things that surround us, trillions of electrical signals run through our synapses to shape the reality we perceive. Bravia XR can now process like human cognition. It identifies objects like humans, replicating our eyes by cross-analyzing hundreds of thousands of data points. Enhancing every frame, and making focal points look more real to the human eye. It can even distinguish sound positions like human ears, and upscales every component to 5.1.2 surround sound. The all-new Bravia XR, world's first Cognitive Intelligence TV.
All right, guys. So, oops, wrong slide. Then let me go here. Yeah, dude, the cognitive TV, man. It's interesting technology. So, basically, what they're saying is that with this cognitive intelligence, is that our brains distinguish things differently. So when we have vision and when we have sound, especially when it's combined together and when it hits our brains, they'll be able to go and do a certain thing. We perceive things in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Most TVs is just analyzing, oh, here's graphics, here's pixels, resolution, blah, 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 there on the screen. What Sony is doing in a change is saying that, hey, we have AI now, and we're going to be able to have that TV modify experience based on the space of the room, based on the environment, based on the TV, and based on the content. So, you guys might ask, what if cognitive technology? So this is what Sony had to say about it. And I'm not sure, did I put a slide up on this? No, I didn't. So I don't think so. No. Okay. And we'll go back to the Sony slide. So there's something right there. So this is what they had to say about it. Is this a way, what is cognitive intelligence? It's the way that we perceive the world based off the information coming from our eyes and ears that then we process into our brains at the same time. Cognitive processors on the Sony XR TVs can cross-analyze every element at once compared to analyzing elements such as color and contrast individually. So in other words, so color and contrast, like that's a separate processing. With this cognitive intelligence, like they do everything at once, right? They said Sony believes that the cognitive technology is a lot better for TV tech because of the way our brain works and how we interpret the world around us. So basically, they are saying like we need better processing. It's not so much about what's the beefiest TV, but what technology comes natural to us. What is very, very natural. Cognitive technology is only going to be on their higher end TV, so I believe it's only going to be on the XR line. It's not going to be on their full Bravia line. But if you can afford the high end TV, and we'll go more over price and stuff later, I still have to research a little bit deeper. I've been busy, so I wasn't able to put in today's show. But it's basically going to be on the XR TV, so the top of the line 4K 8K TVs. And it's going to be exciting. They're also putting in all their TVs, they're putting Netflix calibrated mode and IMAX enhanced content, which I believe they're coming out with the new store. I'll have that for you hopefully by next week. But they're putting that, well, the Netflix calibrated, so you know it calibrates to their content. And then IMAX, everybody knows IMAX, so you already know what that is. Now, we have another technology I was talking about, and it's one that you guys know I've been raving about, and like especially with the new PlayStations and the Xboxes, like Sony needs to come out with it, right? HDMI, baby, let's give a hand clap for that. Our Sony TV is gonna have HDMI 2.1 finally. That's what I'm talking about, right? Can I get a yes sir?
Yes sir.
Let's get a yes sir right there. So this is some of the stuff that we can be able to do, and I'll explain a little bit of it. So HDMI 2.1, you'll be able to do 4K at 120 hertz or 120 frames per second for those of you that know gaming. Or you can do 8K at 60 hertz. Honestly, I'm not really concerned about 8K right now. 8K is, I mean, we're barely getting into 4K, so I'm not concerned with 8K right now. eARC, enhanced audio return channel. So like with my TV and my receiver over here, like I have it to where if I plug in, like I have my the wireless adapter plugged into one of the HDMI ports on the TV, not the receiver. Now, usually for the old school days, you have to have it to the receiver to pull the sound. Not with eARC, not with ARC, and with eARC, it's going to expand it. So basically, like say if I plug my PlayStation 5 into the, well, I don't have it yet. But when I get my PlayStation 5, I'll be able to plug it into the TV, and it will take the audio and pass it down to the receiver through the HDMI cable. One HDMI cable. I don't need a whole bunch of cables to try to do that process. And the enhanced ARC, basically what it does is it adds 3D audio. So your Dolby Atmos, your DTS HD Masters, that kind of stuff. 3D audio for your PlayStations is going to be adding that stuff. We also got variable refresh rate. So what variable refresh rate does is cut out a lot of the lag and everything like that. So it looks for everything that's lagging and stuff like that, cut out and syncs everything up right there. So especially, this is a gamer feature right here. And so this next one, quick frame transport. So what quick frame transport will do is help with the latency. So it'll basically go in and it will lower the latency and adjust it to where we don't have time missing from the time your source puts it out to the time the TV accepts it. Low latency mode, ALM. What this does is sync up your frames so all the frames are the same. You know what I'm saying? So if it's 60 frames per second out the PlayStation, it's 60 frames out a second out your TV to your eyes. Quick media switching, and this is pretty cool. So you guys ever go to your TV and then you press source from like your Blu-ray to the DirecTV, and you get a screen, it goes black, it takes like 5 seconds, and then you get a picture. QMS will eliminate that. So basically what it does is eliminates all that time right there at the source. Dynamic high dynamic I'm saying that wrong. Dynamic high dynamic rate or dynamic HDR. I know that's kind of a word for it. So what that does, so HDR, it controls lighting on your TV, your contrast, your brights, your blacks, all that stuff. Dynamic refresh ratio will be able to do that at a pixel level. So not just do it all the whole screen, but control each individual pixel. So that's to be able to control your lighting a lot better, especially when you got these newer TVs, that's coming out with the micro LEDs and the OLEDs, so forth and so forth. Vested display stream compression. So compressing your picture, it actually puts more bandwidth through than the cable can actually support through compression format. So that I heard is going to be a big thing. We don't really have that much yet. And then actually this is wrong. I just noticed it's actually 48 gigabits per second out the cable. So that's the kind of stuff that we're going to have with HDMI 2.1. And I'm so excited to start getting TV. So we got Sony, we got Vizio's on board already. I believe Samsung's coming out, so I got to do some stuff from Samsung so I can play it on the channel for you guys. LG should be coming out with some new TVs this year, etc. LG actually got a nice rollable TV. I'll try to have that for next week for you guys. But yeah, let's go ahead. We got a video to play, so let's go play this new video. All right. So that's your Google TV right there, guys. That's pretty cool, man, because basically you're going to have enhanced TV. And to me, I'm not sure if there's a lot of from that old Android TV to Google TV, but of course they're competing against everything like, your Fire Sticks, even the Google Chrome itself, I guess. But it's going to have this technology inside these TVs. And then there's a lot of stuff, and I'll read a little bit what Sony put right here. And I'll probably paraphrase it. I won't read all of it. But they say at the top of the food chain is the Sony Master Series Z9J 8K LED TV. It's the only 8K model announced at this time, and Sony will offer the set in 75 and 85 inches. And then, of course, you have that XR processing, which is going to give you that cognitive technology and Google TV capabilities. And then it's got their acoustical multi-audio technology, which basically you have the audio center in the screen coming out through it. And it gives you a more immersive sound. It simulates surround sound, all that good stuff, which is crazy to hear from a flat screen TV, because flat screen TVs are not good at sound, because sound needs space. It needs an environment. It needs a box, something to fall back on. So I want to hear what these TVs sound like as much as how they look like. The next step down is going to be the Sony Master Series A90J OLED TV, available at 55, 65, and 83 inches. Sony's newest OLED model promises beautiful picture quality with XR OLED contrast enhancements that adjust the brightness for higher brights and deeper blacks, as well as Triluminous XR Triluminous Pro for brighter color gamut and a more realistic color palette. Triluminous, is a technology that Sony's been working on for a while. I've seen it at CES personally, and it makes the TV look awesome. The colors like they pop. It's awesome. Let me go back. I didn't make this slide. I know I was going to make the slide so kind of short. So let's start from there. The Master Series A90J also has a three-way stand that can be positioned for use with or without a soundbar. But we've seriously been impressed with Sony's OLED TVs in recent years and expect the A90J deliver to that reputation as one of the best TVs on the market. And then you have the Sony A80J OLED TV. It's coming soon. That one uses also a three-way stand, which is a smaller footprint, and you use on smaller TV stands, as well as a standard wide position and an option and an elevated stands for accommodating a soundbar. Both Masters Series A90J and A80J OLED models feature that acoustic surface, so it should sound good. By using an OLED glass pane as a vibration surface for cueing sound, it literally delivers the sound directly from the screen, and the effect is pretty nice. So that's cool. And then probably what most people are going to be getting is going to be the LED models. So they're going to be offering about 3 models, the 4K LED models, starting with the X95J, available in 85, 75, 65 inch sizes. The TV has a minimalist design with Sony's seamless edge bezel that shrinks the borders around the screen that delivers a fraction of an inch. A 3-position stand, again, accommodate the sound bar, puts it up, all that good stuff. To match the lighting and audio environment that is placed in. So, this is going to be some cool stuff right here, guys, and I'm very, very excited to see Sony finally comes in, and you can see all their TVs right over there. So, starting with that top Sony Master Series right there, which is going to be a 8K beast. But there you go. That's the Sony stuff, guys. So, hey, good job, Sony. Cool stuff. So now migrating to our last topic of the day. So like I said, not a big episode today. Besides, I wanted to test the equipment and stuff like that. So next week will probably be like our normal times, but we'll definitely see this. We all know what this is. The mighty PlayStation 5 that's been ripping and running through the industry right now, guys. So we have some news about a new game. And it's called, for those of you guys that's been following up with the channel, following up with news, Ratchet and Clank Drip Apart. And I got the video right here. Let's go ahead and look at it.
We're back. Ratchet?
Yes, sir. So, Ratchet and Clank Drift Apart is coming out June 11th of this year. Guys, this is going to be Sony's third AAA title in less than a year of their release of the PlayStation 5. And, to consider, this is a game that was very, very, very popular on the PlayStation 2, guys. Extremely popular on the PS2, even more popular on the PlayStation 3. And we haven't seen it for a while since then, and it's coming back since Sony has purchased Insomniac as their first-party studios. I'm very, very hyped for this game. And the thing is, this game is exclusively a PlayStation 5 title. It will not be on the PS4. It's going to be exclusively on the PlayStation 5. And it looks beautiful. It looks like it plays beautiful. They're saying that, like, where all the scenes and everything like that loads onto it is like the SSDs just like loads it like before you can think. And to go through these different worlds, so you can see everything rendered right here. So right here, as you see in the video, where they're coming out. Oops, wrong thing. Where they're coming out right there into their little rift. It's all loading that in real time, and there's no lag time between it. It just loads, and it just shows the power of the PlayStation 5. It's not just like the other company, like, oh, we put a beefy GPU in there. They worked on everything, the SSD, the IO, optimization, the drive, like everything. And for this game, and I finally played the PlayStation 5, by the way. We'll get to more of that next week. All I can say is that DualSense controller, guys, is the real deal. If you don't like nothing else on the PlayStation, that DualSense controller is going to change your mind. But anyway, going back to the game, I can't wait to play this game. I love the Ratchet and Clank games because usually you can add the guns, you can do a lot of upgrades, the suit upgrades, you can do great moves and stuff like that. And I really, really want to be able to see what they do with the DualSense control, because I've played Astro's Playground, and playing Astro's Playground with that DualSense control, like, I can imagine like this part right here where he's kind of walking on like some metal. Like, when they say you can feel like you're walking in metal, I'm not gonna lie. The DualSense makes you actually feel like you can walk in metal. And then the triggers, those adaptive triggers in the back, I can just imagine if they are modifying all of them for weapons, like pulling it, it feels like it's pull. It's not like a faint pull, it's like a pull. And it's also got vibration motors in it. So I cannot wait to see what they do with this game. Like, this thing's gonna be pretty awesome, man. And I mean, Sony, I can't say much more about them, that I haven't already said. Because when we look at Xbox and you look at Sony, and it just sucks that the systems are not that available right now because of chip shortages, and then you got, of course, the scalpers on the other hand of it. But, and HGN, QVC TVs buying bundles, which is unreal, but whatever. It's just unreal what the PlayStation is going to be able to do and what it will do. And these are just the first generation title, guys. We still allegedly getting God of War this year. We're still allegedly getting Horizon this year. And that's 5 AAA titles. We add Demon Souls and you add Miles Morales to that opening lineup. And then we're going to get ripped apart right in the middle of it in a few months. Like, guys, don't you see what Sony does so much better than Microsoft? And I love Microsoft, don't get me wrong. But Sony, back in the PlayStation day, the PlayStation 1 day, start buying these studios. They found talent. And like one of the streamers I watched, MBG, start watching the streaming, and it's like, he mentioned it. Sony finds these studios that nobody pays attention to, puts a bunch of money into them, and say, make a game, and we'll have a little bit of input, but otherwise than that, go for broke. Anybody complaining about any game that they've been playing on PlayStation 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I mean, these games get better. These games, it costs them $100 million to make. And Microsoft have to even attribute their success to Sony, because if it wasn't for Sony's formula initially, with these games becoming blockbusters and all their weight behind it, we wouldn't have some of these episodic games like we do now. And you still don't have that many of them on Xbox yet. It's all on PlayStation. And anybody can say, oh, open world, blah, 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 not much multiplayer, this and that. But hey, like this, look at that, little, bam. There's no load screens. SSD guys, IO guys, it's not just about power. It's about everything. Everything inside the PlayStation that works together in order to make everything works. I mean, I can't wait to get a PlayStation 5 with a new TV at this point. But it looks nice. I need the time too. I also need time. I've been very busy, guys, working on my other businesses as well. So, which I hope I can announce on the Keyse review pretty soon. So, yeah, guys. That's Ratchet and Clank. Great job, Sony and Insomniac, man. You know, so on to the next one. Here's a video. Oh, this is B-roll actually. We're gonna mention a couple more things and then we'll end. Oh, let me see who Michelle said that's some crazy graphics. That's some crazy graphics, but I can tell you from finally playing the PlayStation 5 game, that I don't have the controller. It's downstairs. My brother got a PlayStation 5. I don't know how he got it. He found a place and got one, but I played it, and I can tell you guys, that DualSense controller. Like, you looking right now, and, you know, of course, we streaming on YouTube, and you seeing the graphics, which is already compressed, by the way. It's not even the best it can look even on here. But, that controller, I'm gonna bring it back up for the next week, but that controller, that DualSense controller, guys, like if you're a nerd like I am, yeah, you're gonna love that controller. Anyway, Sony is selling the PlayStation 5 at a loss, which honestly is no surprise, guys, because Sony always sells these systems at first for a loss. Like, they're always going to lose money on the systems. So basically what we have, I'll put it right here. SEI experiences loss resulting from the from the strategic price points on the PlayStation 5 hardware that was set lower than the manufacturing cost. Manufacturing the PlayStation 5 alone, from what I hear, from what I've been gathering intel from, the PlayStation 5 costs $450 to manufacture. I'm going to assume that's for the digital version. And I'm going to assume that the... oh, actually, no. I don't have to assume. I actually read this morning before I went on, before I start setting everything up. They said the digital edition is about $460, and then the regular PlayStation 5 is about $480 as to make. Note, guys, that is the system only. That's not comparing boxing, the DualSense controller, the stuff that comes in the box, printing the manuals, shipping it off. So you're probably talking about a loss of about $100, $150 on each system. And I'm pretty sure Microsoft is in the same boat with the Xbox as well. They underpriced these units. Because remember, I thought they was going to raise the prices a little bit, which they did. The digital edition is about $400. The regular edition is about $500. So that's an increase of $100. Now, note, for those of you guys that know what the PS3 came out at $600, which everybody complained, oh my God, it's so expensive. But hey, this stuff for you guys to enjoy it is not going to be cheap. How much do your smartphone cost, guys? These smart devices. This guy's $1,500. Like, stuff ain't cheap, guys. Like, if we want the nice stuff and all the nice tech, it's going to be expensive. And Sony's still taking a loss. And I think they've done this in response to the Xbox prices for their Xboxes. Because the Xbox, to me, at least the Series X, is too cheap. The Xbox Series X should release at about $556. Honestly, they should have done $6. I don't know why they didn't. And probably would have stopped some of the scalpers too. And, you know, of course you got a budget for these systems, guys, but they're pricey. Tech is not cheap. It's not. It's just not, guys. Anything you buy with tech today is not cheap. It's funny when going to work, and I work in the tech industry, and people say, "Oh, this is too expensive." Yes, it's expensive. It costs money to make, and the companies also want to make a profit. It's going to be expensive, guys, but we have to realize that, hey, if we want it, that's what it is. It's what it is. It sucks to say it, but and I'm not saying that, oh, just raise prices and just take our money. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if we want nice things, we're going to have to pay big prices, and that's what it is. What else we got here? Okay, we got a couple more topic subjects we'll touch. The PlayStation 5 is outselling the Xbox Series 2-1.
What?
The PlayStation 5 is outselling the Xbox Series. That means Series X and S combined 2-1, guys. Bro, is this a surprise? This is not a surprise to me. I mean, the PlayStation 5 is the most advanced console, even so much more than the PlayStation. What happened here? What happened to my B-roll? Everything just restarted. I didn't press nothing, did I? Let me open it back up. Get my B-roll back started. Don't know what happened there. Of course, I was going to get some technical difficulties today. This one, that's not a big one, though. So let's start the slide. So, okay, start. There we go. Okay, so where was I? I was starting 2-1. Okay. Oh yeah, let me do this real quick and change that to the other screen. There we go. Okay, but PlayStation. I mean, first of all, the PlayStation and the Xbox are out of stock. So for the PlayStation to even be selling more than let me get these slides right. By the way, let me go. And why is this not going to my slides? I guess it's got to load. Let's go last slide and go back. But let's go right there, and then my B rolls will start. There we go. There. Okay. For everything, considering everything, PlayStation 5 is the standard. It's very, very much the top selling game system in the world. Remember, Sony wasn't going to go at this by itself, by the way, back in 1994 and 1995. They were supposed to be joining forces with Nintendo. Nintendo was like, screw you guys, we joined up with Philips. Nothing ever happened with that. Sony went on to become the most dominant gaming system in the world. Oh, forget gaming system, gaming powerhouse, gaming platform in the world. More than just the hardware, the games, guys, the content. Let me see, we got a text here, but this was the first after revamping your whole system. So I'll say that. Oh, talking about the thing. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I have to see. I'm still optimizing the computer. This is my first run of the show, so a little thing. And it's PowerPoint. I think PowerPoint's been fishy from the beginning, because if you guys know from some of our previous episodes, sometimes PowerPoint would act stupid. So, and this is a whole new system with a better SSD. I got a M2 SSD in here. My process. Oh, I love my processor. I got a Xeon processor finally, guys. So, and I got registered RAM ECC error correction. So with ECC RAM, it shouldn't have did this, but that's PowerPoint, I guess. PowerPoint, I don't think it was made really for video, but whatever. We'll keep using it. But yeah, PlayStation, that the main Sony brand now. This PlayStation is Sony's top brand. It's a Power Hours. Halo got delayed. It's supposed to come out this year. Guys, is this any surprise that Sony is outselling the Xbox 2 to 1, it's no surprise. Sony has 2 AAA titles out right now. Microsoft has none. And I don't care what anybody say. When you have the revolutionary controller and the SSD in there, and I mean the design. I know a lot of people say they don't like the design, but guess what? They're buying up that PlayStation still. They ain't worried much about the design, right? I mean, it's the best way to play. And I still got to play NBA 2K on it. My brother's like, you got to play 2K. You got to play 2K. So I got to play 2K. Maybe I'll get to it today. But, bro, like, it's no better, man. Like, of course it's going to outsell it. It's no surprise. All right. So let's get to our last one and talk about this a little bit. And this is not just AMD, but, just to relate to the topic. AMD chip shortages are preventing more PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and graphics cards being made. So, you know that AMD is the chip manufacturer, so they make the AMD chips, processors, like Intel does. Especially during the pandemic, it's already hard to make stuff happen. They're even having a harder time because there's so much supply and demand out there. AMD has not been able to keep up. And it's not even so much AMD, it's the factory they go with, the Taiwanese manufacturing, TMSC. They're at capacity for making all the chips. Not only that, they're also what I found out, they also have other companies that they contract out to make certain parts of the chips and stuff like that. Send the TMSC, and they can put all the whole package together. We're gonna be backed up from what I hear until, and I'm sad to say, until the second half of the year, guys. But it is what it is. I mean, pandemic makes it hard. The supply and demand makes it hard. The consoles making it hard. Also, we got to throw out there the NVIDIA RTX chips. My cousin's looking for a computer, and I'm trying to look for a GPU for her. I can't. Simple as that. Things are crazy. And you got scalpers, which UK is passing a law. I think I mentioned it on the channel before, but the UK is finally passing a law to go against scalpers. And I really, really pray and hope that the US does the same thing, because to me, scalping is not fair. Everybody should have a fair shot, not just, I got more money than the next person, then I can get a system. And then even some of the scalpers got to watch out for. I've heard of people stealing it off the trucks, that's drivers. I've heard people putting rocks in the box on these boxes. You're paying $800 and you get a box of sand. You're not getting a PlayStation or NVIDIA graphics card RTX. It's really sucks, and promotes more scalpers too, because it's harder to get. Now, once this stuff starts going to the industry, and honestly, I don't think scalpers having the best of luck, because I've been seeing those prices drops even from the scalpers. But it just sucks that we're going through these chip shortages. And I know a lot of people's like, they've asked me, Marquise, when are you going to PlayStation? And I have a couple of Twitters that I found, Twitter users, and I try to follow them and, tell people. But it's hard, man, because if you ain't on it, like by the time I text it to somebody else, it's probably going to be gone. So you have to just be on top of it. If you got an NVIDIA or AMD graphics card, you have to be on top of it, guys. That's the best thing I can say with that. It sucks to have to end the show on that note, but I have to let the people know where we're coming from. And yeah, I mean, everybody's going to get one. I've been so busy. I'm not that much worried about getting the PlayStation 5. I still got games I ain't completed. Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, which I'll probably rather play them on the PS5 since it looks a lot better. But, hey, it is what it is, man. We'll get it. And, of course, I'll mention on here on the Keyse review when those systems comes out, guys. So, hey, man, we'll get them. We'll just have to be a little bit patient for them. And I will definitely let you guys know when more is coming out. I'll post them on the channel and all that good stuff. Sony's committing to about 8 million by May, I believe it is, and we'll go over that next week too. So, it sucks right now, but we'll definitely get them. So, it is what it is, guys. So that's pretty much our show, and I hope you guys like everything. Like I said, I've been putting in a lot of work on this stuff. You guys have any questions? Anybody has questions? Post them in the chat. Like I said, this is going to be a quick show. You have to have a lot of time to work on the show. I worked a lot on the show, but I've worked on a lot on the other stuff, doing it and stuff like that. I just found out my volume is not really working great on my music, so I got to fix that. So a couple of things I have to fix, and yeah, man. Any questions with anything, guys? Let me see. Yeah, just like my music's not playing, so let me lower that. I probably don't have a repeat, do I? Yeah, of course not. So let's go ahead, do there, start that. So, but yeah, man, I feel good to be back, man. Definitely feel good to be back. Thank you guys for joining my first ever show. I'm gonna do a little bit more promotion because I didn't do that much promotion on it. But hopefully we can get some more people in, and I'm so happy that so far most stuff's been running pretty smooth on this new setup. I hope the sound's better. I hope the picture's a lot better. I've been really working on everything a lot, guys. So even the credits, if you look at the credits, it's different. All this stuff is different. So I've been working hard on a lot of stuff, guys, and hopefully it's paying off. I got a lot of great comments on it. I love your new graphic setup. Good job. Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I spent hours coming home from work. Hours, guys, working on this stuff last week. Getting it all ready for today, even last night. And I still got a couple of tweaks to make and stuff like that. But, yeah. We're good, man. I'm even liking this credit. Now that I can sit back and actually look at the credits, I like them, So, hey, man, that's the show for today, guys. If you're just joining me for the first time today, thank you. If you do me a favor, make sure you hit the thumbs up on it. Make sure you go subscribe. It'll let you know whenever I go live or release a video and everything like that. Also, if you guys want to support me even further, I do have the Patreon, so you guys can go check out the Patreon. I'm gonna start posting some questions this week, so everybody that's a Patreon that's watching this right now, I should start posting questions. Probably tonight or tomorrow. I'll start posting a couple of questions, and we got our techie topic that we're bringing back to the Keyse with you guys. So we're gonna be doing that. I'll also like for people to start asking questions on there, so I can start featuring them throughout the show. I want to do that a lot more with the Patreons and everything like that. So thanks for joining the show, guys. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Make sure you guys being safe. Wear your mask, wear your gloves, and happy Black History Month, guys. Thank you for joining. Peace out.
América, mi corazón la cantará. Soy la voz de América. Siempre he vivido aquí en este país, sangre nativo y europeo mi raíz. Con cruz y pluma en la mano te saludo, camarada. Soy de dos mundos, soy hombre marginal. Los antepasados nos dejaron un mural de gente blanco y café, rojo y negro. Esta canción se escuchará en la voz de América. Mi corazón la cantará. Soy la voz de América. Vivo en pueblito y vivo en la ciudad.
campesino y soy profesional. Soy indio de las montañas, los desiertos, la reserva. A mis hermanos que fueron a luchar a tierra extraña por paz y libertad, a los que sacrificaron les doy gracias. Esta canción se escuchará en la voz de América, mi corazón la cantará. Soy la voz de América. Esta canción se escuchará en la voz de América, mi corazón la cantará. Soy la voz de América.
Sí, nuestros abuelos han estado en esta tierra mucho antes de que las fronteras existieran. Siglos de colonialismo, opresión y destierro nos empujó al exilio económico. Y todavía tratando de sobrevivir en este país, somos presas de persecuciones, racismo y división. Nobody's standing up, ¿dónde están los líderes? Nobody's standing up, ¿dónde están los líderes?
Quiero un nuevo horizonte, de ahí seguimos pa'lante, camarada.
Esta día tan bonita, yo me siento bien. Yo te traigo una medicina para ponerte en el alma, escuchen.
Yo quiero un nuevo horizonte,
ahí nada más.
de ahí seguimos pa'lante, camarada.
La bahía de San Francisco, linda tierra en donde nací. Por sus calles llena de ritmo lo que es la salsa rica. Aprendí.
Yo quiero un nuevo horizonte, de ahí seguimos pa'lante, camarada.
Mestizo chicano, unos me dicen mexican americano. No te confundes porque todos somos hermanos.
Esta canción se escuchará,
Lo que te digo es la verdad,
en la voz de América, mi corazón la cantará. Soy la voz de América. Esta canción se escuchará,
Soy americano,
en la voz de América,
de los Estados Unidos,
mi corazón la cantará.
de México,
Soy la voz de América,
del Caribe,
soy la voz de América,
de Centroamérica,
soy la voz de América,
de Suramérica.
soy la voz de América.
Soy americano.
Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. It's a journey, used to journal about these days. Tried to bring my past, it hurt, we had to go our separate ways. Like Humpty Dumpty, left me grumpy. Loved ones left out and it left me lonely. But it was all in the plan, it just grew me up. Telling the plans to myself like it's two of us. I learned to stand by myself when it's feeling sus. And that feeling inside is the one to trust. Can't nobody tell me what I can't do, cause the night's still young and I ain't through. This the type of tune you blast through the sunroof. Gonna play this one back if you need proof. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. What you do? Took a leap of faith and landed on my feet. And what he do? Ordered my my steps like I was keeping the beat. Say it ain't true. Weird energy, gotta keep it discreet. No kin to me, but always relay team. But I choose my battles well, no debating. Ran it up by myself like a relay team. Stayed 10 toes down, even when I was down. Now I'm up, now I'm about to go 10 more rounds. Can't nobody tell me what I can't do, cause the night's still young and I ain't through. It's the type of tune you blast through the sunroof. Gonna play this one back if you need proof. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back.
Dance. I wanna see you dance. Just get up and dance. Move around, let me see you just dance now. Jump up, baby now. Get down. Let me see you move around. Just move around.
Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back. Used to be down, now I'm up again. Beat the door down, gotta let me in. It's either that or I'ma run through the back. Run it up and end up running it back.
Dance now. Move around, let me see you just dance now. Da 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 dance now.
Can you bounce? Then bounce on this.
Gonna do it like this. Handball, where you been? Round the world and back again. Handball, where you been? Round the world and back again.